come and lay down on the mat. Our favorite way to start a practice, right? Gonna bring yourself back here. Take an easy rest pose today. Bend up the knees, walk the feet out a little bit, then let the knees kind of drop in and touch. You bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the chest or to right under the rib cage. And just let yourself relax and breathe. So breathing in, drawing the breath just as far down in the body as is comfortable. Not trying to regulate the breath right now or not being too technical with the act of breathing, just kind of rest in that feeling of rest and breath. Let the body sink a little heavier with each exhalation. Kind of feel all the tension of whatever may have happened up until this point just kind of fade away. Give yourself rest right in this moment. So maybe take a nice yawn here, just kind of yawn it out. And then as you release that, do so through open mouth. Kind of move the body about a little bit. Another nice deep yawn, breathing. It's kind of like you're waking up. Sighing through open mouth. Rest here. And see where that landed in the body. Maybe you need some movement, maybe moving the head or opening and closing the fingers or wiggling toes. Just little micro stretches throughout your being. Let that happen. And then one more nice deep yawn. Maybe give yourself a little stretch with this one. Breathing up, stretching out, maybe if that feels good. And then through open mouth, just exhaling, relaxing everything down. Whatever that looks like for you, just kind of letting the body sink. Getting ready to start your practice. See how the feet feel this morning. Maybe circling through the feet. Maybe you want to give a little wrist action to that too. Upper arms on the ground. And then maybe reverse the direction. Just give ourselves another nice, long, big stretch, reaching out here, lengthening out through the sides of the body, reaching out through the soles of the feet. Just exhaling, pulling knees into the chest and hands to knees. Kind of hug everything in here a little bit, maybe reaching down to the shins, lengthening up through the neck. Making the soles of the feet nice and active. Then we'll inhale, we'll rock back again, we'll stretch out again, reaching out. And if you want a little extra, you can keep the feet lifted off the floor, maybe the arms lifted off the floor some, and then exhale, pulling back in. And inhaling, lengthening out. And exhaling, rocking back in. curl up this time if you want. Bring yourself up into a little seed pod. Kind of rocking back and forth. And then nice and easily, head and shoulders to the floor, feet to the floor, knees are bent. Just kind of working through the low back in a very gentle fashion this morning. Hands to the hip bones. Feel the shoulder blades relax into the floor. Press into the feet. Just ever so lightly press it into the feet. See if you can feel all 5 toes of each foot connecting. As you breathe in, let the belly fill. Kind of feel the back arch a little bit with that in-breath, and as you breathe out, let everything rock back to earth. Let the lower back gently kiss the earth. And you might need to shift through the back a little bit to make room. As you breathe in, the belly opens, the belly rocks. And as you breathe out, back relaxes. So just a few of these at your pace, breathing in. And breathing out. And now at the very bottom of your next exhalation, just let that breath ooze out and out and out. And see if you can find that little Uddiyana Bandha, that little slight involuntary contraction of muscles. The lower abdomen kind of feels like it pulls up and back a little bit, but we're not doing it with a lot of tension and not a lot of strength. We're just kind of letting that happen. And then pressing down into the feet here and lift the hips off the floor, maybe about an inch, not too high, just a little inch or so. And then keeping your knees nice and steady, just start to rock the hips side to side. Lower belly is connected here ever so slightly. Again, we're not squeezing in really tight so that we feel a lot of tension back here in the glutes, but right back at the bottom of the bum, you might feel a little bit of contraction of muscles. Just gonna try to keep all of that down here and out of your sacrum. And then just kind of rock side to side. There'll be a gentle flowing of the knees maybe as you rock side to side. But you kind of want to, not do it this kind of thing. We're just really kind of finding those deep belly muscles and saying hello to them. Kind of follow your breath. Breathe it in one side, maybe breathe it out to the other. And then you can start to make that movement just a little bit more exaggerated. Maybe lifting it up a little higher through one hip bone, pulling back and lifting up a little higher through the other hip bone, pulling back. Nice, deep breathing. Notice if your toes are moving with this. Notice if one toe is lifting off the floor, and see what you can do to kind of spread out through the toes and feel a nice gentle but firm plantedness through all four corners of the feet. Let's pull this back to center here and just lift up through the hips just a little bit more. And if you want to, bring the arms up over the head as you do this. And then as we exhale, we're just going to lower everything back down. At the bottom of the exhalation, you may want to roll the knees in and reach up just a little bit out through the outsides of both legs. And then relaxing back, pressing into the feet again, and just lifting up again. Nice easy bridge movement. Pulling up. And then coming back. Rolling up. And we'll do a few more of these, nothing major. You don't have to do the roll up if you don't want to. You can just press in, come back, and relax down. If the shoulders are achy, then by all means bring your hands out into a T. Going in, reaching out, pulling down. So remember, make it your practice, paying attention to your body. And we'll do one more, however you want to do it. Reaching up or not reaching up, rolling up or not rolling up. And we'll come back here. Just going to move the knees side to side. Let's separate the feet a little bit and just continue to tick-tock through the knees here some. So this might begin to wake up the fronts of the thighs. So just kind of be mindful of what your knees feel like as you move them in this direction. You may want to close your feet in if the knees feel like there's a lot of strain there. So go ahead and just drop the knees to one side in this wide foot kind of way and kind of open up through the quad. So nice deep breaths here. So if you want to take this a little deeper and it feels safe for you to do so, you can walk the heel back towards the bum a little bit. So if your knees are dropped to the left, it would be your right heel. If the knees are dropped to the right, of course, it would be your left heel. Just kind of be mindful of your movements. We're still early in the practice. Nice deep in breath here, nice deep out breath. So when you're ready, just give a nice deep in breath through the nostrils and breathe out through open mouth. If you walk the heel in towards the bum, just kind of gently press the heel away a little bit until it feels good to draw those knees back up to center. And then as you exhale, just kind of drop everything down to the other side. And same thing here. This might be a deep enough stretch for you. This might be exactly where you want to be, or more importantly, where you need to be this morning. But you might want to go a little deeper if this feels like a meh kind of thing. So you might want to walk the heel. You can walk the heel back to the bum some, or you can stay wherever you're comfortable. Nice deep in breath here, nice deep out breath. Just kind of breathe into it. nice deep in breath through the nostrils here. Nice deep out breath through open mouth. And then if you've walked the heel back, I gently just draw the heel forward and pull everything back up. I'm just going to tick-tock here through the knees. Pull the knees back into the chest here. Let's circle a little bit. And go back the other way. Then hands behind the thighs here, and start to rock and roll yourself forward. See if you can rock up and just kind of hold yourself, and then rock yourself back, and then rock yourself up and hold yourself a little bit, and then rock yourself back, and pulling up, holding yourself, lengthening up a little bit, and then rock yourself back. And then we'll rock up, we'll hold ourselves here. So feet on the floor are completely appropriate. Or you can keep your feet off the floor. Hands to thighs are fine. Even fingertips to floor are fine if you feel that you start to sink into the belly. Kind of keeping everything up nice and proud and nice and strong. Nice deep in breath here. Nice deep out breath, and go ahead and find a seated posture. Good boy, Pinto. Good boy. So remember, you can always lift yourself up if you have blocks or pillows, and you want to open up through the hips a little bit more. A folded blanket is great. Just kind of let the hips hang down some. See how that feels. So wherever you are, just take the shoulders and draw them up towards the ears. So we're going to press the hands into the thighs some and lift up just a little bit more through the neck. Lengthening up just a touch. So we're going to keep the neck nice and long. Take a nice deep in breath here. Then as we exhale, just drop the shoulders down, lengthening up through the neck. And again, we'll just bring the hands up. The hands are by the hip bones. And just kind of press down, lifting up here. Lengthen up through the sides of the neck just a little bit. It's like you're looking over a wall or something, or craning not craning, but lengthening up to see a parade. Whatever works for you. Nice deep in breath here, and then exhale. Pull everything down. Go ahead and lift the shoulders up and draw them down. And rolling up and pulling back down. And lifting up and drawing back down. One more, and then the opposite way. Good, and then nice and easily just start to rotate through the spine. Nice and gentle. And then reverse the direction. Good. Just go ahead and bring one arm up and place the other hand down, fingertips right beside the hips. I'm just going to kind of draw the arm up and then start to walk that bottom hand out a little bit as you move into it. Just a nice, easy little side bend. So lower belly kind of engages as you stretch over here to the side. Keep your lower back happy. If you feel that outer hip start to roll up, then it's going to press down into the hands, lengthening out through the bottom fingers. Just find a little more of a lift and a length through the side body. Nice deep in breath here, nice deep out breath. Another nice deep in breath. And with the out breath, make sure that belly is like nice and engaged, and just kind of circle yourself around forward. And just kind of draw the arms up. And then the other hand moves down. Just the opposite arm stays lifted, and just kind of stretching out to the side. Nice and easy. Again, if you feel that hips start to lift, the buttocks start to lift up, just kind of press everything down, lengthening out here. Nice deep in breath, nice deep out breath, kind of relax into it. And another nice deep out breath with your next exhalation. Engaging through the belly, circling the body around. And this time just drop the fingertips down, draw the shoulders away from the ears. So yogi's choice here, you can sit yourself up a little taller, it's kind of dropping down. If your hips are really tight, you can always use blocks or books or whatever is good for you. And kind of press into there. We're just kind of lengthening up through the spine first a little bit. Just kind of drawing up. So I have abnormally long arms, so I can kind of press my fingertips in, draw the shoulders back and away. Notice if you're hunching the shoulders and see how it feels, just to kind of relax everything down. Again, we're engaging through the lower belly, lifting everything up nice and tall. And then we can start to walk ourselves forward. And again, if your hips are a little tight and you feel a lot of resistance, then by all means, use, kind of bring the floor up to you and see how that feels. So you can do a couple of things. You can stack your blocks, and even if you're really mobile in this one and you can kind of go, remember that it's really about the journey, right? Not the end destination. So sometimes it's nice just to kind of bring a little something to you.
The edge of air.
Nice deep in breath here, lengthen out a little bit. Nice deep out breath, maybe relax down a little bit more.
Carefully searching the shoulders.
Nice deep in breath, lengthen out. Nice deep out breath, relax down.
Brown, quick. Dealer of death, weightless, and thunder, streak in silence.
I'm going to walk the hands back some.
And lowering claws.
Everything back up here. Bring the hands behind you. Kind of raise up one shoulder, opening up through the chest to bring that hand back, then raise up the other shoulder, opening up through the chest and bring the other hand back. Kind of walk the fingers in, if that's comfortable for you, towards the tailbone, and just kind of press down, and just breathe in through the nose and exhale with a lion's breath. Breathing in and it's kind of relaxing here. And again, if this feels uncomfortable, draw your blocks to you. You can always rest on the blocks and open up that way.
Once the slopes gleam with a million candles.
And then relax in the back to neutral. Undo your feet. Find a little tiny boat here. Just kind of see how it feels. See where it's comfortable for you. And then coming into simple sitting on the other side. And we'll rotate through the spine.
You tighten the sight out onto the bay where the black barges of crude carry their dreams to cities
and reverse the
She
direction here.
filled his ping pong. Leaned forward. And fell. Into the bright, tilting arcs.
And we'll come back to center. We'll raise one arm, the other hand down, and give yourself a little side stretch here.
And he too, in a fluttering flash and flurry of slicing blades.
Nice deep in breath, lengthening up through the body. Nice deep out breath, relaxing. Breathing in through the nostrils, sighing out through the mouth here. Another nice deep in breath. And then with your next out breath, let the body circle around, engage through the belly. Remember, draw the arms up again. And exhaling, going down to the other side. Lengthening up here. Relaxing. Lengthening up, nice deep in breath, nice deep out breath. Maybe sigh out through open mouth. Nice deep in breath with the next out breath, just circling the body forward.
The distant.
Reaching out and then stretching into the hips on this side. Lengthening out, using your blocks, if that's helpful. Or more fun.
Remove me from your coins.
And again, if you find that you're rolling up, like your hips are like kind of rolling up, your bum is rolling up, and you're more in your sacrum, then blocks are really super helpful for that, because we're trying to not like lift to get down. We're trying to keep everything kind of planted. And then we're just kind of lengthening out through the spine and hinging from the hips to go down. Nice deep in breath here, nice deep out breath. And following your next in breath, and it's kind of walking the hands up. So pressing fingertips into the floor or into books or blocks. And really feel the spine kind of lengthen, feel the belly engage and strengthen. Spine lengthens as belly strengthens, yes? Nice deep in breath. Nice deep out breath. Draw the hands behind. Inhaling, lifting up here. Opening up through the heart. Nice deep in breath through the nostrils. Nice deep out breath with the lion's breath. Breathing in. Sticking the tongue out and down. Opening the eyes wide with that out breath. Good. Sorry about that. Back to center, all is well. Rotating through the spine. Good, so we're going to pull back here. We're going to take one leg out. And we'll inhale, we'll lift the arms up here. Rotate the chest over that long leg. Maybe drop the fingertips down here and just kind of gently walk the body forward. Just kind of hold. We haven't really moved into the hamstrings or anything yet this morning, so just kind of let yourself be there. So again, notice if you start to roll the shoulders because you think that's going to get you deeper into the stretch, and then see how it feels. Just to keep everything up nice and proud, nice and graceful. Lengthening out, drawing in and up, finding space in the hip flexors. Just kind of letting yourself be where it is. I'm very, very tight this morning, so I'm about here. right? And that's okay. If your hip on this side is really tight, of course, you can always kind of move the knee down a little bit. And this is also a nice thing for blocks. So if your leg is kind of up, kind of hanging in the air, then by all means kind of give it a place to rest and let your foot be wherever it's comfortable, and you can still feel that nice stretch down through the back of the leg. Let yourself be there. And then just kind of walk the hands back. And we'll just kind of take the leg out here, shake out the knees a little bit. Let's find a nice strong posture here, just kind of sitting up, pressing hands down. Feet are active, so toes are active. They don't necessarily have to be pulled back, but all toes face the ceiling. Kind of feel an opening in the soles of the feet here as you sit here, and kind of notice the difference between the first leg and the other leg, the leg that you just stretched out and the one that you're about to stretch out. And then nice and easily just kind of open that other leg up a little bit, draw that foot in, utilizing whatever you need to make it comfortable for you. Or just putting your foot wherever it needs to be, to where it feels right. And shifting through, feeling the pelvis connect to the floor. Draw the arms up here and just turn the chest so it's kind of facing over that long leg. And then just drop the hands down, lengthening up here, keeping space in the hips, pulling up and back through the belly, kind of stretching, relaxing down. So this side might be a little more open, this side might be a little more resistant. Just kind of notice that and let it go. Maybe press the fingers into the floor, lengthen up just a little bit more, and exhale, and let it go. Relax the shoulders if they're bunchy. Nice deep in breath here, nice deep out breath. And then just kind of walk the hands back up here. And again, open up here. See how you feel. Draw the hands down, nice strong posture here. And lifting up through the back, pressing down into the hands ever so lightly. And lifting everything up. And then we'll kind of move back to that first side. So draw that first foot in, open up just a little bit. And inhale, lift everything up here. And exhale, relax everything down. Notice if the back starts to hunch, maybe press the fingers down to where your zone is and stretch and reach just a little further. Shake the head no, nod the head yes. Keeping the neck nice and loose. Bring a slight smile to the corners of your lips, keeping the jaws nice and loose. Walk the hands back here. This will bring the arm that belongs to the bent knee, we'll bring it up beside the ear. Stretching here, just lengthening up. Maybe give yourself a little side stretch just to see how that feels. Pulling back to center, drop that hand down beside its hip. Notice where your knee is lining up. Maybe get your knee to a place where it's going to feel really safe. And then just pressing down, lifting up, pull that lower belly back and up as you lift up. If that feels good, moving up onto that leg. If this doesn't feel good to what you need today, then just kind of let yourself go into a little twist. Going to see how that feels. But if it feels good for you to do so, go ahead and press into the hand, lift up, lengthen out here. Nice and easy. Holding up. So now if we're lifted, we're going to bring the hand down, and we're just going to kind of shift over to our knees. So take your time getting there. If you're in the twist, if you're here, then you're just going to bring the hand down, and then same thing, you're just going to kind of roll up to that knee. Okay, let's drop that back leg down, that long leg, just kind of drop that long leg down for a second. Go ahead and take a little stretchy poo into the back of the leg. Shoulders pull back and away. And then go ahead and lift that leg up and lift up the opposite arm for a little Firebird. So nice deep breathing here. So you can stay right here in Firebird if you want to go a little further. Take a nice exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, just go ahead and draw the knee in and the elbow into the knee. And then inhale, lengthen back out. And exhale, draw in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw in. And inhale, lengthen. And exhale, draw in. One more. Inhaling, lengthening. And exhaling, holding. Go ahead and find the Firebird again, lengthening out here. Nice deep in breath, nice deep out breath. Go ahead and drop the hand down, drop the leg down. Give yourself a little stretch, reaching out through the heel of that back foot. And then nice and easily, we'll move into a modified side plank. Reaching everything up, kind of pressing down into the shin of this lower leg and the inside of the long leg. Nice deep breathing. And then using this top hand to help you, if you need, just kind of draw the top hand down, kind of reshift yourself back into that original position. Opening up here and folding forward. Pressing fingers into the mat and relaxing yourself forward. Nice deep breathing. Walking the hands back, lifting the body up. Take that leg out. We'll work on the other side. Almost done. We'll inhale, we'll draw the arms up. And we'll exhale, we'll go forward. Press the fingers down wherever they're comfortable, lengthening up here, and exhaling. Relaxing down. Nice deep breathing. So we'll inhale, walk the body up here. We'll take the one arm up beside the ear, the bent knee hand beside its hip. And as we exhale, we'll just pull into a little side stretch just to see. Inhale, pulling back out. And now yogi's choice. If you want to take the twist, just kind of wrap the arm around. Keep the arm beside the ears, kind of wrapping everything around into a little twist. And if you want to go up a little higher, be sure your knee is protected. And pulling up to the shin. Nice and easy here. So whatever the best way is for you to transition here, just kind of draw forward. Moving on to the knee. And then that long leg, we'll take a nice little stretch back to that calf. And then we'll find Firebird in this side. So reaching out. So staying right here if you want, and some modifications, some variations. You can just kind of touch the toes and the fingertips. And of course, you can drop the foot down if you need, or the fingers down if you need. If you want to go a little further, as you exhale, pull the knee in, and then elbow to the knee, inhaling, lengthening back out, and exhaling. We'll do just a few more of these. Inhaling, making it your own, taking a rest whenever you need to. One more. And then just go ahead and find yourself in that firebird position again, lengthening out here. Nice deep in breath. Nice deep out breath. You can drop the hand down, drop the ball of the foot down, take another nice stretch, that arm. And then we'll turn that long leg, we'll turn the inside of the foot to press into the floor. And we'll reach up into the modified side plank posture, lengthening up through the side body. And then however you need to, dropping that hand down to get back into your original spot, or just kind of sliding yourself there. And then relaxing, moving into that nice little hamstring stretch on your Sukhasana. Nice deep breathing. Cool, then just kind of bring yourself back up to center here. Draw yourself into a simple seated posture and rotate. Just rotate. And easy. And go the other way. And pulling back to center. Inhaling. So just take a second here and just kind of find the breath. So we're going to breathe in, and as we breathe in, we're going to kind of pull that breath down to the lower lungs, that inhalation down to the low lungs. And we're going to feel that inhale move up to the middle chest. And we feel the inhalation kind of end here at the clavicles, at the collarbone. And then we'll exhale. Let everything back down. And we'll inhale. And everything back up. Feel yourself settle into the quiet of your center. And into that nice fecund place where all of your ideas and all of your creativity and all of you that is the universal you originates from. So in Qigong, that's the Dantian, that's the space about 2 fingers below the belly button, where they say all life begins. And in yoga theory, that's the second chakra. Your space of creativity, your space of sexuality, your space of control and finances as well. Space where all the seeds of your ideas, where they begin to germinate. Just kind of notice, how do you feel in this space? want to plant? Can you let your head move away from the answer to that question and let that question just be totally gut instinct? What do you want to plant? So nice deep in breath of the nostrils, and as you breathe out, do so through open mouth. The nice deep in breath of the nostrils and breathing out through open mouth. And one more. So I hope that your day is good, your evening is good. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. It was a pleasure practicing with everyone. And we'll just inhale, we'll draw the arms up here. Let's give the hands a little movement. Let's just interlace the fingers and stretch and reach up through the palms. And then just exhale, hold the hands down to the heart. May all beings know happiness. May all creatures be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all know peace and scatter seeds of love, contentment, and joy to all four corners of the earth. Thank you for practicing. Many blessings. Namaste, everyone.